virtual linguistics campus at the University of Marburg is the world's largest e-learning platform for linguistics. A team of skilled experts is necessary to develop and maintain the high standards of such a large site. Project manager, Professor Dr. Jürgen Handke, is responsible for the virtual linguistics campus development as executed by the linguistic engineering team.
The Virtual Linguistics Campus is an e-learning platform for linguistics, theoretical linguistics and applied linguistics, and some related topics like teacher training, linguistically based teacher training, and further related topics. Well, talking about the size of the VLC depends a little bit. On the one hand, we can consider the number of students who study on the VLC. That's roughly 600 to 800 per term. And on the other hand, we can consider the software. That is the e-learning platform itself. And that means we have something like 50 to 80,000 web documents, some of them generated on the fly, dynamically, some of them static documents. So it's enormously large and it cannot be administered by one person alone anymore. Altogether we have 15 people, myself, 4 research assistants and 10 student assistants.
The linguistics engineering team gathers skills from different areas. Most team members are professional linguists or students of linguistics, and are also qualified in techniques of web development, such as web design, PHP, MySQL programming, or Flash development. It is essential that web development and content development work hand in hand, so that linguistic content is always presented using the possibilities of the latest web technology. The learning experience with the VLC provides a maximum of temporal and geographical independence. At the same time, collaborative learning is not necessarily rare with the VLC. The integration of e-learning units into teaching is completely up to the teacher of the respective courses. In this case, students have to prepare the content for the next lesson in order to be able to solve tasks based on the content of the units. They can work through the content parts of the units, called virtual sessions, at their own pace. They either do this in their own fashion or by answering the questions on the question sheet, which guides them through the virtual session. A self-testing facility, called the tutor, helps them evaluate whether they have understood the contents of the virtual session. After working with the virtual session, which normally takes 60 to 120 minutes, students are required to submit a worksheet. These worksheets are either web forms, which are sent to the course instructor via email for evaluation, or the evaluation is performed automatically by the system in the case of e-worksheets. In such cases, the course instructor receives an email confirming whether a student has passed the worksheet or not. The last part of a unit, the so-called practical, is meant for in-class use. Although all VLC courses are suitable for pure online use, an additional in-class phase is recommended to deepen knowledge and solve content-related problems which sometimes arise while working with the virtual session.
Well, the number of courses is roughly 30 to 40 courses. We can subdivide each course into several classes which are concerning their content slightly different. They can be generated relatively freely, and they are composed of the e-learning units which we have, and that's currently something like 300 e-learning units, where each e-learning unit is the equivalent of 90 minutes teaching in class, roughly.
The setup of the classroom is important. Data projector, laptop, and sound facilities should be made available. However, this depends strongly on the course. Some courses, like in this case language typology, cannot do without sound support. Others may not need any multimedia support in some in-class sessions, and the printed practical sheet may suffice. Teaching changes with the introduction of multimedia supported units. Linguistics is especially well suited for this, since language is the subject of research, and sound samples or animations concerned with the structure of languages are crucial to illustrate linguistic phenomena. In seminar rooms which have access to the internet, the constant availability of multimedia support helps the teacher to provide students instantly with examples from a large variety of languages.
Einst stritten sich Nordwind und Sonne, wer von ihnen beiden wohl der Stärkere wäre.
Ma, 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 ma.
男人睡觉，女人睡觉。
But there is also another aspect which changes with the introduction of e-learning. Since students work through the units before the in-class meeting, teachers are able to use the meetings for deepening the knowledge of the students with exercises and additional material rather than starting from scratch. Also, courses which have been a problem in many linguistic departments become possible. For example, linguistic fieldwork classes with a virtual informant.
Mae Gareth yn smygu. Mae Gareth yn darllen. Darllenodd Gareth.
The VLC offers such courses on a regular basis, along with many more courses in theoretical and applied linguistics.